I asked 3 of the most popular AI travel planners, Layla AI, TripAdvisor AI, and GuideGeek, to plan the exact same 5-day trip from Dubai to Venice. Only one of them actually got it right. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you which AI truly knows how to plan travel in 2025. I'll show you what each one does best, what they struggle with, and who they are really for. And then I'll test them side by side and I'll reveal my honest pick for the best AI travel planner this year. Starting with Layla AI, the AI travel planner that actually builds your trip with you. Layla works like texting a smart travel friend. You tell her your vibe, budget, and non-negotiables, and she turns that into a real day-by-day plan in just minutes. Hotels, flights, activities, transfers, the whole thing shown with live prices and availability from trusted sponsors like Skyscanner, Booking.com, etc. The main idea of Layla AI is collaboration, not automation. You text her like you would with a human being. You say make day 2 slower, swap the museum for a food crawl, or maybe add a beach day trip but no 4-hour hikes. And then she remakes the schedule without breaking everything else. No rebuilding the plan from scratch, no need to open 20 tabs for each task. Now Layla is not about text walls either. You will be getting visual, interactive maps to keep the routes tight, multi-destination planning for city hops, and a road trip indicator that shows you how many stops your flight would require. And when you're done, one click gives you a clean, downloadable PDF that you can share or keep offline for the trip. There is also a shareable link if you are planning with your friends or family so that you can keep them in the loop. Now when it comes to the pricing, Layla has a complete 3-day free trial, and then after that you can continue with the premium access, which gives you unlimited usage for about $50 a year if you pay annually. That's cheaper than your Netflix subscription. Another advantage is that Layla gives you a special accommodation or hotel discounts starting November the 1st, 2025 when your booking stays through her. So essentially the money that you save on the stay can easily cover the membership and a lot more. For now, it's a web app only on the site Layla.ai, no mobile applications yet, but when you're done, you can export your itinerary as a PDF for offline use, view it on your mobile or tablet, or share the trip link with anyone coming along. Number 2 on the list, we have TripAdvisor AI. So TripAdvisor AI sits inside their trips planner. You can think of it like a quick start. You answer a few questions, pick a city from a list, and then it builds you a day-by-day outline. You can save places to your map, swap items, and share the trip with your friends. The biggest advantage that I have found is the review layer, as you can see what real travelers liked with photos and ratings that you already understand. But here is the catch that I felt while using it: it's more of a filtering tool than a travel agent. It is fast, but it wants you to pick from the lists or categories, so if you already know exactly what you want, it will help you narrow your options down and get set up quickly. But if you're still deciding or you want the plan to be personalized for your own preferences and vibe, you will feel restricted. And lastly, we've got GuideGeek. Now GuideGeek is another AI travel planner that offers chat interaction. It might feel similar to Layla on the surface. You go to their website, open a chat, and you get a split screen. Chat onto the left and visuals on the right. You type in plain English, it answers fast, and it can show you ideas for things to do, where to stay, and even pull flight and hotel information when you click on those tabs. Now after testing it for some time, here is what I realized. It falls short with how the different segments connect with each other. Flights, hotels, and the itinerary are planned when you click on those tabs, but they're not planned relative to each other. You can fetch the flight info, you can fetch the accommodation info, you can decide on a day plan, but they don't feel locked into one timeline. It's more like 3 mini tools sitting side by side than one planner building a trip end to end. That means you're the one keeping the parts together. Dates, check-in times, activity availability, transfer windows, all on you. It's pretty good for quick ideas, but it's easy to get desynced. But now that you know about each one of these tools, let's go ahead and use the same brief as a test. I'll be planning a 5-day vacation from Dubai to Venice in late spring. I'll also be adding some activities, as you can see right here, into the prompt and see which tool can help me achieve all of these things along the flights, the hotels, transfers, and everything. And if you would like to run your own test while you watch along, go ahead and navigate to Layla.ai or click onto the link in the description below this video for convenience. I'll paste the brief into the chat right here, and within a few seconds, she's going to respond back with a clean 5-day plan that actually makes sense for Venice. So again, this is the exact prompt that I'll be using, and I'm going to hit plan my trip. So Layla will go ahead and present again the key information that you have mentioned just to show you that she got it down. So as you can see, from Dubai to Venice or Italy, 5 days in the late spring, and all of the other details that I mentioned. And then she asks you a few questions just to tighten the itinerary up. So as you can see, she's asking me what exact dates because I was vague about it. Are you traveling solo or with company? Because again, that will change things. And this is exactly the kind of customization that I would need for such a trip. It's very easy to generate a random itinerary that's general, does not really fit my own style. But planning with Layla, you actually get a completely tailor-made plan for you and your friends or family, or maybe if you're traveling solo, it all works. So I'm gonna go ahead and enter the few details that she asked for and hit enter. So these will be my answers to the questions, and then she is going to go ahead and reiterate one more time. Just make sure everything looks good before she goes ahead and generates the entire itinerary. And then within seconds, as you can see, she immediately responds with, here is the plan for your 5-day Venice escape in early June for 2 adults. Looking at the visual in the middle, as you can see, it starts on the 1st of June and ends on the 5th. 2 travelers, as I said, with 2 adults. And scrolling down, you can see the entire trip overview. A very cool thing about Layla is that you can click on this button right here and get a quick view of your entire trip. This is much easier to look at a glance, just to make sure that you've got everything that you need within the itinerary, and it's much easier to glance from here. So as you can see, on Monday, we've got the accommodation at the Carnival Palace. This is what she had selected. The cities covered in this trip, so in my case, is just Venice, Italy, and then we've got the transportation, the activities, and it's really mapped out day by day. Going back to the normal view, this is where all of the details will be. As you can see, from the flight to the stay to the airport transfer to the activities, all of it is right here in very good detail. You'll be seeing live prices from trusted sponsors, as I said earlier, like Booking.com and Skyscanner. And if you need anything at all changed, all you have to do is just go back to the chat box and tell her what you need. She's going to rework that specific part without everything else breaking. Or for example, if you want to change the budget, make it a little bit more luxurious or maybe cheaper, same thing, you go into the chat box and tell her exactly what you want. Now when it comes to the itinerary itself, as you can see right here, we've got a hidden gem, which is pretty much a quirky bookstore with books stacked in bathtubs, which honestly seems super cool. We also have got a day trip and a sunset viewpoint. Booking tips to avoid the crowds, as I asked in the prompt, and everything else right here. Now once everything is perfectly to your taste, all you have to do is click on review and book. You will see the overall pricing for the entire trip. And then from here, it will take you to this tab where you can review your bookings and then complete them through Layla. So for example, if I click reserve right here, it's going to take me to skyscanner.net where I can complete my checkout safely and securely. So as you can see, it only took a few minutes and I went from basically having nothing to a complete itinerary which I can export in PDF. My flight tickets, my hotel, my transport, even my activities are all planned out, and I even know how much each activity or each day will cost me in Venice. And this helps prevent unpleasant surprises. So if you are confined within a certain budget, then you can determine it from here right now. Alright, so this was very impressive. Let's go ahead and see what results we're gonna get with TripAdvisor AI. So once again, the approach with TripAdvisor AI is that you want to go to their website, and then from here you can plan a trip by filtering down to what you need. The way I describe it is that it's pretty much a glorified Google search specifically for traveling. You pretty much get here and then you just filter down the places that you want to go to, things you want to do, and all of that. So I'm going to type Venice and then I'm going to see what else is going to show me. Upon getting here, it's also showing me some other stuff, like for example, travel advice, best areas to stay, best time to visit. You can also ask their AI guide, which is called Ollie. And then he's going to give you a sample itinerary that looks very static, as you can see onto the right side right here. It gives you random suggestions like what you're going to do on day 1, day 2, day 3, etc. And then onto the bottom, it's going to show you a map and a list as well. So honestly, TripAdvisor AI is very clean and you can tell it leans on what people actually reviewed. I can open the trips map and then start saving the things that I like. You can remove some stuff like one museum that looks too packed. Maybe add a slow day if you would like to, or swap one dinner for a better reviewed place. And then after manually selecting what you want and what you don't want from the list that it shows you, you can click on build a trip and then it's going to take you on a new tab. And then from that new tab, you're just going to go to the itinerary and then start creating it. Once again, putting the pieces together. It is fast, it's organized, but you will be handling everything yourself. If you want a travel planner that collaborates with you and guides you through the way, TripAdvisor is not that. And finally, let's go ahead and test out GuideGeek, throw the same brief at it and see what it gives us. So I paste the brief and it replies fast with a 5-day outline that hits the usual Venice trip plan. And then you can also click on the flights options and it will pull a few Dubai to Venice choices with sample prices. Same thing for the hotels, you click on it and then you get suggestions. So this one tries to do what Layla already does, and the issue that I have found is that these choices do not sync back into the plan in a smart or connected way. If I pick a late night arrival, the itinerary on the right does not automatically adjust day 1 or push the dinner plan. If I pick an activity that only runs on Tuesdays, the tool does not warn me that my flight change just pushed that activity to Wednesday. You only catch that if you manually reread everything. Also, in my opinion, the UX looks pretty bland and the responses feel very robotic. It's pretty much like asking a chatbot for information rather than deciding on a plan together and adapting to my own style and preferences. And if I change my mind about something and ask for edits like make day 2 slower or swap the museum for bakeries, it rewrites that day pretty well, but the timeline still is not aware of the flights and the hotels that I just looked at. If you use GuideGeek, you will find yourself just constantly bouncing between tabs, checking times, and fixing overlaps yourself. But the bottom line is that GuideGeek is fast and the chat is easy to use. If you want quick ideas or a simple list to react to, then it's fine. But for a full itinerary that stays in sync with the flight in, check-in, day-by-day activities, and flight out, then it does not hold together. So after testing all 3 tools, here is what I have realized. All 3 tools will help you build an itinerary for your travel. But Layla is perfect for people who want one place to plan end to end. You chat, get a proper day-by-day, see live options, check the map, and export a PDF. She's very flexible when you ask for changes. It's the closest to having a travel smart friend in the chat that also helps you handle logistics and bookings. TripAdvisor AI is for travelers who like reviews and lists. You will get a usable itinerary in just minutes and a map that you can share with your friends. But that's only if you already know what you want and just need a quick itinerary planned. Again, it works for that. And finally, GuideGeek, in my opinion, is kind of similar to Layla AI in function, but it lacks a lot of features. You can't book the flights directly through it. Chatting with the AI will feel robotic and the UX is bland. So honestly, my pick for a full trip planner, start to finish, is Layla. Not because the others are bad, they are fine at what they are, but it's because this is the only one that handles the whole workflow like a travel partner. You tell her your own vibe, your budget, and anything that's non-negotiable, and then she drafts a real itinerary, not just ideas. You see live hotel rates, bookable tours, and a train or transfer that fits the schedule. And again, on the pricing, you can try it completely for free for 3 days, and then the premium plan is about $50 a year if you pay annually. Not to mention that starting November the 1st, 2025, they are rolling out the partner hotel discounts when your booking stays through Layla. If you travel even once or twice a year, the savings on a couple of nights can outpace the cost of the membership. So thank you so much for watching this video. Go ahead and let us know in the comments down below if you have tried any one of these AI travel planners. Tell us which one is your favorite, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any follow-up content that we will make relating to this one.